we're talking about conversations, we need to contextualize the future conversations that we're gonna have, and we have to have some common ground. The common ground that we're gonna have is films, literature, music, and all kinds of stories that we know in all sorts of formats. So for this, let me share again my screen. All right. Yeah. I have this website that I created for you guys. It's called Narratology 101. How to better understand stories to enhance your reading experience. And it has an introduction to categories so that we can discuss stories, films, literature in a more accurate way. It has an introduction, learning objectives, pre-knowledge, and some activities that are quite short. So I'm gonna pass you guys the link, and that's gonna take about 15 minutes to develop. Yeah, all right. So there it is. Please tell me if you got it. It's in the chat of the app of Teams. You can write on the chat, yes, I got it. All right. Thank you, lady. Johan, thank you. Okay, Sebastian. This is what we're gonna use for day number 2, and to better focus our conversations on when we're gonna talk about films and stories. So you're gonna have 15 minutes to develop that. Right now it's 8:12 a.m. So yeah, I think it will be better for you guys to finish that at 8:30 so that we can discuss some of this VLO. A VLO, by the way, is a virtual learning object. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it since it's common in the university. All right, I'm gonna make silence now and come back in 15 minutes. So please develop it from the introduction to the conclusion. All right, I have one question. Teacher, excuse me, could I ask you which platform did you use here? Is it Wix? No, it's called, I'm gonna write it down, Excel Learning. It's an app that you install on your computer. All right, that's fine. Welcome, Christiani. Let me tell you what we're doing right now. We're developing a virtual resource that's pretending to enhance your knowledge on the description of stories. I gave the link on the chat. I'm gonna give it again so that you can have it. I'm sorry, that's not the. Give me just 1 second. Uh, all right, that last one is. So I gave everyone 15 minutes to develop that. We're gonna finish in 5 minutes. You can review it as well if you want. 1 minute left, guys. All right, time's out. Now let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. I have an evaluation for you guys, but don't worry. That's not an evaluation that we're gonna do on your knowledge. As you might find out in that resource, that's just a group of resources to get you introduced to the topic that we're gonna work on this next 2 days. So I'm gonna give you on the chat an evaluation that's gonna be an evaluation about that resource. Please fill it out, and we're gonna continue with the last activity. Once you finish, please write on the chat, finished. Okay, Leslie, thank you. We got one finished. Let's wait for the others. All right, Sebastian, Ruby, down 2. All right, Julie.
Teacher, could I ask you if that tool of stopping the video to add questions can be done with any video in that platform?
No, that's particularly of that platform, Excel Learning, the interactive video, you mean, right?
Uh-huh. But I mean, you can attach any other video to work that way.
Yeah, any other video, the video you
So
want.
nice.
Yeah,
So nice. I liked a lot the resource teacher. So nice.
yeah, it's super good. It's the well, it's the mandatory platform
Uh-huh.
of the UNAT, Excel Learning.
H5P?
Ah, it belongs to the UNED, so it is not allowed to the public.
It
No,
is
you can.
open source. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, but you have just, I don't know, like 1 or 2 months to work with that, and then you have to pay. So
Oh.
the
Uh,
next time you have to open a new email to the game.
Yes, it's the way. Okay,
It's
thank you.
I5, no, H5P?
yeah, that's the one that's paid. That's very similar. However,
Mm-hmm.
Excel Learning is the same thing, but it's free always.
Which
Really?
Yeah, it's
which
free.
one?
Excel Learning. I'm gonna write it down.
Learning is the one that you use, but you have already mentioned another one?
No, well, Julie
Okay.
mentioned H5P, which is
H.
extremely similar, but that one's paid.
Okay. HYP.
H5P. I write it down again.
Ah, H5P. Okay, okay. Thank you.
All right, no
Thanks.
problem. So I I'm guessing everyone finished the survey right now. We can continue with the last activity. I'm gonna share my screen once again. We're gonna have just a quick practice of the narration of stories. Okay. So the type of question I choose for you is one that you're gonna find very often in the topic of international exams. And I'm not sure, guys, if you already took the SEPTO exam, which is the requirement for graduating. But this question, you will always find it, and most of the time, evaluators are not gonna simply ask you to uh, describe the picture as it is, but to also have some imaginative resources at hand. That is, telling a small story about the picture that you see. And of course, as we saw some of the concepts of narratology, for example, the plot line. What can you tell us about the exposure of this picture? What is the rise in action? What could be, in your imagination, the climax and the resolution for this picture? Now, I like to have someone to raise your hand and describe me this picture considering some of those aspects that you saw in the VLO. Sebastian, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, here I am. Yes, thank you. I really got excited when you showed us the activity because when taking the international exams, this activity always refrains me. So I always get
Mm,
scared when I have this activity in front of me. So it's kind of interesting doing it. Um, so I'm gonna describe it and then I'm gonna try to invent a story or tell a story about it.
all right.
Would it be fine? Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so for describing the picture, I should say that there are 5 girls there having a party.